Another week, another weekly reset. This is the weekly reset where I go over Nightwave, Teshin, all that jazz for this week in Warframe. There will be, of course, time codes in the description below if you want to skip to a certain section. And if you want to check out my other channel, I technically, to learn more about the Nintendo Switch 2 unboxing or what's going on with the MetaQuest 3 headset and all things VR related, or if that doesn't tickle your fancy, if you just want to see me unbox lots of stuff, and there's even a channel for that. So there will be all that stuff in the description below. Feel free to check it out. In the meantime, though, let's check out Nightwave, shall we? First, we have this. Clear a railjack boarding party without your Warframe taking damage. Interesting. Then we have complete 3 mobile defense missions. Defeat the Oilworm in Still Path. Survive for over 20 minutes in Cuba survival. Now, a little bit of story time, if you will. There's a reason why it is called Hold Your Breath. And because this was nerfed, it used to be survive for 20 minutes in. It read the same, except for the fact that in Cuba survival, you weren't allowed to use the life support. You could only use the little support capsule that the enemies dropped. That's why it was called Hold Your Breath, but it was too, let's say, challenging for a lot of people, so they nerfed it down to just survive for 20 minutes and then you'll get it. A little bit of fun fact or whatnot. Then we have Kill 30 XMS, complete 15 missions, and kill 500 enemies. Warning, not a warning shot, 22. They just keep going with the Roman numerals. I think it's kind of cool. I mean, eventually we get to like 100, 200, and we'll have to see what happened there. But you know what? For now, I think it's pretty cool what they're going there with that. But I digress. Let's actually, I like hovering over these because you guys mentioned that you guys wanted to actually see what they were or what they did in some cases. So I make sure to point that out now. Nothing of note though this time, in my humble opinion, of course. And then we have alternate helmets and alternate skins for weapons. And finally, we have these are fully built Archon catalyst and Archon reactors. This, once you buy it, you will have it permanently. It doesn't like go away at the end of the season. It doesn't disappear from your inventory or anything, so you don't gotta worry about that, and that's pretty cool. Honestly, I thought I had one of these. I could have sworn I had one of these. I guess I don't. You know what? I'm gonna buy one for you guys right now, just because apparently I don't own one. And now I do own one, so there we go. But I could have sworn I owned one. Moving on. Okay, let's see what hologram Teshin has to offer, shall we? Hologram Teshin has an Umbra Forma blueprint. You know what? Don't mind if I do. 150 still essence. Say less. Teshin. Say less. Okay, there we go. We bought stuff. Now we got farm up more steel essence. More steel essence. We need all the steel essence farming. But yeah, at least we got that. Am I right or am I right? Now for the circuit. Ibarra, Anaris, and Titania. Well, Anaris and Titania both have their own quest. Normal Ibarra is probably the most annoying to get out of all of these, since you'll have to do so many spy missions or get lucky and go good at spy missions and whatnot. So she's probably your best. And then if we come over to Steel Path version of the circuit, you would see that I have all of these. Yeah, I have all of these Incarnon adapters already. So if you're like me and already have all the adapters, you can go over here and pick two of these. In theory, you can also go over here and pick them even if you don't have all of the adapters, you just don't want them for whatever reason. But I'm more of a guy catch 'em all, so yeah. 3-day. Oh, okay. Both of them are resource drop chance boosted. That's interesting, I suppose. I like picking them just in case I do decide to actually do circuit type stuff, because who knows? I could. Sometimes I do on stream. Sometimes I really do. But I digress. The Archon Hunt. This is the Archon that you'll be facing. This is the Archon shard that is guaranteed after you do all 3 parts of the Archon Hunt. But there is a percentage chance right here, that the percentage chance, which may be different for you, that it will be a Talford variant of this shard. And unlike shiny Pokemon, the Talford Darkon shards actually do provide a buff. They are the, let's say, mega version of the Archon shards. So yeah, that's pretty cool, all things considering. And then as for the hunts themselves, we have mobile defense, disruption, and showdown. Showdown, you'll fight the Archon. In the showdown, it may or may not count as an assassination mission. It honestly just depends on the game. Sometimes the game counts it, sometimes the game doesn't. Now that we are at the Sanctum, let's visit Bread 3, and then underneath Shiny Treasures, we have an Archon shard here, which you can in fact buy for. This Archon shard possibly rotates every week. It's a random Archon shard that it could be every week, which you can obtain by having 30,000 standing as currency. That's currency. It's not just a minimum requirement. Once you buy it, it will use up that standing. And you'll have to be at least rank 5. Max rank with this particular syndicate. But wait, there is more. I had to think about it for a minute, but yes, there is more. There's quite a bit more if you continue watching this video, that is. We have the Deep Archimedea, which these are different for everyone. Now, this isn't bad. This isn't bad, honestly. I probably could equip the kick gun if I wanted. I could equip the Panthera, I guess, and Oroxia? I've never played Oroxia in the Deep Archimedea, so that would be a first for me, honestly. and Syndico. Syndico. I'm calling it the Syndico because I've always called it that, but yeah. And then, of course, you could pick all of the challenges up. Basically, if you do all of the challenges, you will get to the max amount of reward. But if Deep Archimedea doesn't tickle your fancy, that is perfectly fine. We can just travel to the universe where it's 1999 all day, every day, and go to Kaya and try our hands at Temporal Archimedea, which you can see has different frames and weapons and whatnot as the minimum thing. The level is a little bit higher, but just like Deep Archimedea, you can select different stuff to get the maximum rewards if you so wish. It's worth noting that they both share the same pulses, so you're 2 from this and 2 from that, which honestly should be okay. I'm curious how many of you guys even do one of the Archimedeas, let alone both of the Archimedea. Definitely let me know, comment section below. And with that said, I will catch you guys in the future. Later.